D Chicago, 88.3 FM, The Wizard. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I
I should
sure
change it.
can.
I should change my
Awesome.
name.
Oh, yeah, you changed your name from Lookingglass Theatre to.
I should change it to my actual name. I'm
Yeah,
logged
no
in the
worries.
Hey,
company.
Kareem.
No
Welcome. Let
Hey,
the people know
worries.
your name is Kareem.
okay, sure. I'll do that. My
Kareem
name is
and
Kareem.
Cynthia. Yes. Hi, Kareem. Hi, Cynthia. I just saw
How you
you
doing?
both last night, and you did an
Oh,
incredible show.
Oh,
thank
wonderful. Thank you
you.
so much. I'm so glad you were. I didn't know you were there last night. Exciting.
Yeah, it's better not to know, right? No. No, it was absolutely incredible. I've been a fan of Looking Glass for a long time. Did not know what to think when I heard of Untitled Vampire Play, but I think that's the way you're supposed to go into it, is not really know
It's
what to
best
think.
if you don't know anything. Yes, it's best if you go in blind.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Okay,
there
we
were
got Kevin coming in too. Let me add him real quick.
okay, cool.
Nice. Now
Kevin.
Kevin
Hey.
Douglas, the playwright, is coming in with us. So Cynthia, Kareem, and Kevin, what's up?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. How
Hi.
are you?
I am well. I am in LA. I apologize. I thought we were 11:30 my time because
Because everyone in LA thinks everything centers around them.
Thousand percent.
exactly, exactly. Okay. Thanks for waiting for me. No,
No, you're only six minutes after. Most of the time when people do that, they're about 2 hours after. So you're
it
good.
was
You're the playwright, Kevin. We'll wait for you all day.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Well, thank you, all three of you, for joining me today. Kevin, I was just telling them I was at the show last night and was blown away. Loved all of it. So well written. I left saying, I feel invigorated. And I had to still dissect that and figure out, where all these different feelings were coming from. And just so happy to have been in the room and to be able to experience this play.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It's been a very exciting ride, and it's been great to, bring a comedy to Chicago, in the form of a play, because there's plenty of comedy in Chicago. But
Yes, true.
yeah, it's
Hmm.
Yeah.
been it's been a dream, really.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So all three of you are a part of Looking Glass at this moment. Who's the newest kind of person to Looking Glass?
That would be me. And I'm technically not a part of Lookingglass.
Right.
Kareem and Kevin are both actual ensemble members, artistic associates at the Lookingglass. I, however, am just a lowly artist who is here as a cast member for Untitled Vampire Play. So this is my first job at the Lookingglass Theater. But as you said, I've always been a fan of the Looking Glass. I went to DePaul University. I remember being in school and going to see plays there and thinking they were just transformative. Always loved. I saw my dear friend Kevin in about 50 performances of Alice Through the Looking Glass. Um, and I've just always really loved watching everyone up there on that stage and watching that stage even transform per show. And so it's really exciting to be a part of the play and a part of the Looking Glass family.
Yay, welcome. I'm so glad you're there. You did a phenomenal job. Super, super loved the dynamics between both of your characters. You guys were the parents in the show, as well
That
as a
is
couple
correct,
other
yeah.
other side characters that we can get into too. But really, really solid, and I'm glad you're a part of it. Explain to me, Kareem, Kevin, what does it mean to be an ensemble member at Looking Glass? What does that mean?
Who wants to take that? Kevin, you want to take it?
Oh, sure, sure, yeah.
Okay.
What it means to me is this theater is so collaborative. It's I mean all theater is collaborative, but it's different. It's you're you're expected to bring your ideas, and it's very much best idea wins in a lot of ways. We really we cherish new work. We've that's one of our big staples is that we bring a lot of new work. Our development process is
Mm.
is very very thorough, I would say.
Thorough, indeed.
Yeah, but we're also we're ready to if we let's so previews, for example, we really use previews. Like we're like, hey, you know what? Let's have a different ending tonight. Let me
Yeah,
let's try this out. We
nice.
really use our previews to really develop the work. And every night you will get of previews, you have a different show. So yeah, from the
It is. It
production
is.
side.
Yeah.
It's true. We also. This is Kareem speaking. We also have a process during previews called preview council, where two preview performances at the early part of that process, we have ensemble members and artistic associates come in, watch the show, and then we spend like a couple of hours afterward in some secret space in the theater discussing all the so everybody in the ensemble and artistic associate body kind of lays their hands and hearts to every process. It is ultimately up to playwright, director, people working on directly on the creative process to decide what's useful, what isn't. But everything is done with love and with just rooting for whatever's on stage.
That's totally different than what I expected, and I didn't realize it was so collaborative. So when I was reading about this ensemble-based cast and ensemble-based plays with artistic associates as well, putting in their 2 cents, right? It's so collaborative. This is different than what I would think is just a regular theater, right? This is something special, and this has been this way since it began. It's always been this type of model, right?
It has, yeah. And it's got its advantages in that uh, we we really have a huge brain trust and heart trust to draw from in folks like Kevin, folks like David Catlin, Matthew Yee, whose work just premiered, Mary Zimmerman, like just a bunch of folks with varying aesthetics that can evaluate a piece or speak about a piece, let me say, from varying perspectives. And so like once we premiere something, it's gone through the ringer. It may not always be the most popular thing running at the moment, but it is going to be incredibly unique and like nothing else you're going to see in Chicago.
That's where that invigoration came from because I could feel that. I could feel it as I left. I didn't know how to really put into words what I had seen. I had to sit there and kind of go, I need to sit with this for a minute, but I loved it. I knew nothing about vampires going in. I was a
Oh,
little worried.
cool.
I was a little worried, like, I don't know if I'm cool enough or hip enough to know about vampires, but I learned a lot. And you don't need to know about vampires to see this show. You make it very accessible, Kevin, in the way that, you know, you're referencing different ones that I was like, oh, I kind of did know about that, but I didn't know, or this idea of them. I love the QR codes on the tables. I was able to kind of get some of the lore and the history of vampires, but it's hilarious. It's so funny. Kareem, the way you deliver, the way that you, Cynthia, deliver, it's just real funny, but it's deep. And I saw some reviews of people saying, I went in thinking it was just going to be a comedy, but it really made me feel something. It made me realize it was deeper than I thought. And
I
that's
think
where
that's
the
one of
invigoration
Kevin's
comes from.
real strengths as a playwright. This is, if you haven't seen some of his other work or read some of his other work, it's really one of the consistent through lines I love about Kevin is that he's just a funny person. So you're always going to have really brilliant comedy, but he's just excellent at comedy with heart. I think of things like, in pop culture or television world, we would think of shows like Ted Lasso. He to me is a writer like that, where you every single piece there's always just such humor, and yet, like you said, it's a surprise, right? There's this surprise of I didn't expect to feel this much, and I think that's why it doesn't matter what it's about. It doesn't matter if it's about vampires or he has another really excellent play called Plantation that deals with an old family home in the South. There's a play he does. What was it? Mr. Ricky goes. What's Mr. Ricky? Kevin.
Oh no, I was in that. I was I know.
Oh, okay, yes.
I think Thaddeus and Slocum, is that what
Thaddeus
you're
and Slocum, thank you,
Okay.
Thaddeus and Slocum, yes, which is really deals with vaudeville. These are all like constructs. They're just worlds that he can play in, but they're always kind of really at core about family and connection and identity. I think that there's just these really beautiful, deep, hitting core universal themes that Kevin can always grab onto that, like you said, they're invigorating because they're so human. They're so very human, which is hilarious because it's a play about vampires.
Right.
But
That is true.
and yet it is so very human. And I think that's really what Kevin's great at sinking his teeth into.
Aha.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Only mad I didn't say it first. I'm only
Kareem, you've been rubbing off on me.
I was
Louie's
gonna
been
say,
rubbing off on me.
you got to take some of
Kevin's
those
been rubbing off
names.
on me.
Yeah. I
uh,
totally agree. These humanistic
Mhm.
qualities, this very human feeling, is what, made me feel a lot of different things. The sibling dynamic, the parents, the maybe overzealous parents who are a little bit too much. And you literally like grasp and you're like, why'd they say that or do that? Or, they're making him feel weird. It's just like, we all know those feelings, we know
Mhm.
that. Whether they're vampires or not, the siblings, you feel this connection of like, I'm one of three, so same vibe. It's just like
Ah.
very, very much hard hitting. And like you said, it's this family identity. You're able to convey that, Kevin, and it really felt again surprising, which is why I like that it's just Untitled Vampire Play. Why did we title it that way? Is that why? So people didn't know?
I mean, yeah, that's part of it. I want to say thank you, Cynthia. You're very sweet. Now your check is in the mail. I I was excited about writing this. I was excited about the fact of making vampires deal with real human problems. Like that's what really drove a lot of the play. As far as the title, I didn't want to nail it down. Every title I thought of either leaned it too far towards rom-com or too far towards horror. So I didn't want the audience coming in think, oh, this is gonna be a bloody vampire show, or oh great, it's rom-com weird thing. So I wanted people to come in with no expectations, except that they know there's going to be vampires in there. It's going to involve vampires, and that was it. And I think I hope that was successful. I hope that drew people in. I hope people came in going, okay, like you, like I don't know. I love that.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for. Go in and I don't know what this is going to be. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it. Honestly, when I was thinking about the interview and how I would present things, I'm like, I'm not really talking about the plot on here. I want to talk about the dynamics, the feel of the characters, because we know there's vampires. That's cool. We know that there's this very deep something deep is happening here, and to the point where I'm leaving and I'm like, dang, like I'm gonna be thinking about this for a couple weeks. It's definitely something that's another performance at Lookingglass that has touched me in such a way that I will keep with me, and I think that that's really powerful. So thank you guys, and the comedy, comedy and hard struggles, right, hand in hand, right, darkness and light. Kareem, your delivery on a lot of these silly dad jokes was just incredible right off the bat. Let me do an impression. Is that who you are regularly? Are you a funny guy?
I don't know. I think, you know what? I'm a Cancer, zodiac wise. I am a
Yeah.
Cancer, and I would say I'm moody. So yeah, sometimes I'm incredibly goofy, and sometimes I'm incredibly serious, and sometimes I don't want to be seen, and sometimes nothing else will do. And yeah, I would say that all of that exists within me, and I want to say that probably my take on Louis is that I'm gonna get a little personal here. I think that I find another facet of Kevin in Louis. Just knowing Kevin for some time, his way to encounter the world and deal with the world as I have seen it, and I'm one person. Kevin can speak for himself.
Mm.
Is often through absurdity, through
Mhm.
comedy, um, and through turning a tense situation into a lighter one by making the the most goofy joke
Mhm.
that is available at the moment. And
Mhm.
playing that part has allowed me to appreciate Kevin, because we all talk about all the characters in a play, in my opinion, are just manifestations of the person writing the play. And so being able to know my friend in this in this additional way, this additional facet of my friend, has been a real gift.
Yeah, I agree, Kareem. That's really, yeah, I love that. I think
Yeah,
Kevin is such an embodiment of the like idea of choose joy, you know?
or,
And I think
yeah.
being seeing, like you said, the embodiment of Kevin living in you on stage is really lovely because it feels like someone's there encouraging me to be joyful throughout even the performance. You know, it's really lovely.
Megan, I this is wow. This is very nice. This is a great way to start my day. Um, I do want to say though that this cast, these two, they have been a joy to write for. Because like I said, like we said, the Looking Glass process, like it's not over once previews start. It's not over once, the whole rehearsal process, preview. I'm doing rewrites. And when you have people like Cynthia and Kareem and the rest of the cast that are ready to jump in and adjust to my many changes over over the course of it, it's a joy, and it just makes the process more fun. I love that they're both skilled at comedy, so that made it very easy to play as a writer, and I couldn't ask for a better cast of people.
That's wonderful. And I think, like you said, as it's being rewritten and things are happening through the process, you get to know these two a little more, get to know the characters, and you see things where you can intersect something different or go, oh, they're going to do really well with this. I wonder how long you all have known each other before this play.
Oh
Kareem,
man.
Kareem, when did you become a company member?
I became an artistic associate in 2013 and part of the ensemble 10 years ago in 2016. But I think that maybe have you and Cynthia have probably
Oh,
known each other
oh yeah,
much longer, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Cynthia and I go. Let's see. You were a freshman. I was
Freshman when you were a senior at DePaul. So that was
2000.
2003 when you graduated.
I graduated 2000.
Oh,
See,
oh, so wow.
graduated
So then,
2003.
so then I met you in 2000. So about 25 or 6 years. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
yeah. Cynthia and my wife are best friends.
Whoa.
She's the godchild of one of my oldest, and she was in our wedding. So,
Mhm.
so we kind of know
Awesome.
each other. Okay.
Kind of,
Yeah.
just a tad.
And I still don't know Cynthia. I, but I'm
I,
looking forward to meeting you today at the show. Um,
they
You know
didn't show
Alicia
up.
I
pretty
get to
well.
know one of Kareem's many cancer personalities every day.
I love that. I love
It's
that.
so funny because Kareem is funny, of course. I mean, because who could do this and not be funny?
Yeah.
But he actually reminds me of a lot of the comedians that I know. Like, I have a lot of very wonderful comedian friends. And one of the things I think I'm always really shocked about most professional comedians is that they're brilliant. They're so smart. They're very cerebral, almost always. There's a difference, you know what I mean, between a funny person and a comedian, someone whose life is comedy. And I don't know, yeah, Kareem reminds me of so many of my comedian friends in that he's a thinker. He's very thoughtful about the process and how the construct of a joke works. And also, more than just a comedian or a comedic actor, he's just an artist, like a real artist. And I think yes, I don't think he listed anywhere near enough of the many sides of himself as that cancer personality, but I wouldn't just limit it to moody. I would say really just layered. incredibly full of depth. Yeah. So I think he's a person that you could know for a while and probably still get to know for quite some time. So I'm very new to Kareem, but he's definitely my newest. But really, really, I think I could spend a lifetime getting to know that guy.
Very, very kind. I'm officially embarrassed and would like to leave the interview now. However, I will say that there isn't a person that I would there's no other person I would rather be doing this play with. Cynthia instantly makes people feel at home and is always up for play. Like play, 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 play. That is such an important thing to me. I try to instill that in my children as well. Like, don't forget to play.
Play, yeah.
Don't forget to play. And Cynthia kind of embodies that. She's a player.
To the point of inappropriateness at times. Kevin often has to tell me, stop playing now, Cynthia.
But it's good. It's good to have that at heart. And I think the way you were describing Kareem, Cynthia, it's like a diamond. You've got many sides, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exciting to turn that diamond.
To turn it, to find, yeah.
Wait, I didn't know about this little part, this little etch in the bottom. So it's really fun to get to know each other as well during this process. Even though, like, it seemed like y'all knew each other forever. At one point, at the end, when you like kissed his head after the curtain call, and I was like, are they married? I was like, because they could seem like maybe they are, really, really good and just really fun. And speaking of like the funniness and the silliness, the t-shirts, Kareem, were awesome. Just all these different dad t-shirts that, like, of course your dad would wear. Like, where did those come from? Were they your own, or did
crediting Teresa Ham, our costume designer, and Devin DeMaio, who directed the piece, on collaborating on that, and Kevin and all the folks that sort of worked on the creative team with like sculpting Louie. I will say that the shirt that I wear in the second scene, the joke shirt that says "Nacho Average Dad."
Nacho Average Dad.
Oh, is that what it said? I could see the dad thing.
It's
Nacho Average.
That was a gift from my daughter and son, Anouk and Reza, for Father's Day last year, and so I kind of asked Teresa and Devin, "Does this fit?" To be honest, it's not something that I would wear.
No, you literally told me, you were like, I would never wear this. You were excited because you got a chance to wear your kid's shirt.
Yeah. So I was like, can I make this contribution? And Anouk and Reza, who come to the theater often when I have them, are just tickled by that idea. And the wig as Lance.
Oh, yeah.
Every night I walked home last night, and I walked to the garage, and I heard I was walking by a group of people who saw the play, which is hilarious because they never realized I was in the play. And they're walking by me in like a little huddle. And I tell you, every night I hear this from people. They're always like, some version of this. And the lady goes, it took me so long to realize that the guy in the wig was also the dad. And then she goes, I'm so easily fooled by a wig and glasses, I tell you.
Yeah, people keep saying that. Like friends that have come see, they keep saying, I didn't know it was the same person. I didn't know it was the same person.
It's kind of amazing. It was really amazing to see. I mean, I looked it up so I knew who to look for, but I don't think I would have known at first until I kind of heard your voice, Kareem. And then I think I can say, I'm checking my list, the douchey girl. I'm like, can I say that word on air? I'm pretty sure.
Douchey Dude, yeah.
Douchey Dude, yeah, Douchey Dude. That was amazing. Just the 5 seconds, that you played that. Really cool to have these other characters that maybe people didn't realize it was you guys, and you were just totally different than.
Oh my God! So you were there last night. So I have to ask you: Did you, when you saw Douchey Dude, did you see the blood before the blood came out?
I didn't.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Kevin, we had another accident last night, and there was blood on Douchey Dude, like right here.
Oh, yeah.
Before I went out, right? Because there's like a blood pack, and it exploded before it came out. So it was supposed to be a smidge longer, but I couldn't do it because I had Douchey Dude's phone up to here.
That
and I
makes
kept
sense.
it like right here, so I was blocking the blood. And then also, there's like a dance move he does, right, where he does the to the left. But I did all my moves like this. I was like to the left, to the right.
I did notice you were kind of like
Tap,
a
tap, tap,
boxer, you know?
tap.
Yeah. I was like, what is this douchey dude up to?
They
Who
would have
is
just thought it
this?
was part of the design of the clothes. I
Yeah.
mean, you were bitten.
Roderick,
Yeah.
Walter, who plays Roderick, who brilliantly plays Roderick. Walter, every time that happens, he knows it because when he comes on stage and he sees me like in this motion,
He's like, here we go.
he's like, all right, let's get to the blood.
Don't worry, it was dark enough. I had no idea.
Good,
You were
I'm so
good. Yeah.
glad. I never
Yeah.
want to
No.
ruin it for you guys. I hate it when that happens. So
Right.
glad.
Right. I love it. Oh man. So in addition to these types of things that happen, you know, that you have to kind of just improvise with and go with, has there been anything else in the play that, you know, in the past month that you've been like, "Oh gosh, I almost dropped the ball."
Kareem.
Oh, okay. That was pointed. I I did. You weren't actually here for this, Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
I last Sunday. I think I was tired. It was the end of a long week, and during one of the fights, one of the daggers that I was using did slip from my hand and ended up in the audience. It didn't like
Ooh.
fling out into whatever. It just kind of fell off the stage and went that way. So somebody picked it up. So in the dark of that transition, I went to that person and collected it from them because we need it for the end and also
Yeah.
like checking in. And at curtain call, I made sure to check in, and everybody was okay, but like I was
Okay.
like, sorry y'all for that. So never again.
They thought they got a souvenir. They were like, "Hey, I sat in the right seat. I caught the baseball."
Yeah.
Right.
It's a very interactive play. They might have thought it was a part of it. It was meant to be.
It
It's so
is.
funny because it's not really designed to be interactive per se, but it is like because we come through the audience and, enter in the world, we break it a bit. But yeah, I'm sure people felt like, oh, this is a part of the thing.
Right.
No.
You can
You
play
get
it
a
off.
knife.
Yeah, you get it, and you get a
You
knife.
get a
But
knife, you
I
get a
need that
knife, you
belt.
get a knife.
But I need that one back.
Right, right.
I noticed that when you were doing those fight scenes, Kareem, you were pretty, sly and agile and doing. Did you have any, martial arts experience or any sort of kind of battle experience like that before?
Battle.
No.
I didn't know how to
No.
put
I mean,
it.
I think a lot of us having been on stage for some time. I'm not saying anything about anybody's age, but like, I think a lot of us have had our fair share of stage combat experience. Like, I'm not necessarily trained in anything, nor do I practice anything on the regular. Um, the first circus stuff I ever did was with Lookingglass without any prior training. I just kind of have a rule for myself, and it's not like something I decided on. It's just something that emerged, which is if I signed a contract, I'm doing it. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's singing, dancing, fighting, circus, whatever.
Hmm.
Like, at that point, it becomes my job. And so I'm like, well, um, it may not be the greatest expression of this. Many people may look at it and cringe or be like, what the F was that guy up to? But I'm doing it, and I'm doing it to the best of my, I'm going to give it my all.
Yeah.
You had me fooled, man. I thought
Yeah, I was
you were
gonna say
trained.
no, not. I tell them all the time when I watch the fight when I occasionally see their fight call, and I'm always like, "You look good up there, man."
Oh,
You.
that's very
I
kind.
really do. I love watching those guys do their fight call. They do a fight call every day before the show, which, in case anybody doesn't know, is just basically a dry run or a rehearsal of all of the steps of the fight to make sure that everyone is safe every night, so that they never get rusty, and so that they are very comfortable in an immediate way, that their body remembers what they're doing, even though they've rehearsed it time and time again. It's just a way for all of the audience, I mean, for all of the cast members to check in with each other and feel safe. And when I watch them do it, it's just so incredible because, yes, I mean, even for just a rehearsal, they're so committed to that process. process and committed to taking care of each other. And again, I think it's a testament to what Kevin was saying about the company being so collaborative, and so really supportive of one another, always making sure that everyone is locked in, connected, and safe, because that's necessary to be able to execute the kind of fun and magic and play that happens in real time, is that in the prep time, everyone feels safe and prepared.
Shout out to our fight and intimacy team. Rachel Flesher designed our fights, and
Did a
her
beautiful job.
team, Chelsea and Ian. They were great throughout the whole process. They were, speaking of collaborative, they were.
Yeah, right. I mean, really collaborative. Honestly, I mean, Rachel was with us from really day one, right, in rehearsal. I mean, she was there all the way up through, our previews. And gosh, I mean, yeah, really a part of and fight and intimacy, which I thought honestly that was something very new for me. I had never worked with a fight and intimacy coordinator, someone who was responsible for all of the body work in the show, from every dagger, throw, and to every kiss. What a really cool job that really discovered the nuance of. Helped us discover the nuance of how bodies communicate. I was really impressed with their work throughout the process, and also with Lookingglass's commitment to having that space, be like specifically articulated. What a really, really, really cool element. I was really impressed with that, and working with Lookingglass and you in this cast, and Rachel. Just a really, really top-notch job.
Agree. One additional thing about how Rachel and Chelsea and Ian and that crew sort of develop these fights. It's not unlike how we at Lookingglass develop our circus routines. They have a B track for everything, so that if a performer, we have covers that go on, cover performers that go on. They're guaranteed performances during our run, actually. And if a performer does not feel physically comfortable doing a certain section of the fight, they're kind of made to cut and paste different sections together. It's not unlike, as I mentioned, what we do with circus stuff, where if a circus element is not working for a particular show, maybe the winch goes out, or somebody is feeling a certain amount of strain in a certain part of their body, we have a B track for each circus element that continues the storytelling forward, without without putting that person in a place where they are uncomfortable or unable to do a thing.
Right.
So big shout out to them for
Making
thinking
not just a
along those
great A track,
lines.
but a
Yeah,
great B track. Yeah, because I know
yeah.
for like our first couple of performances, we had Jin Park, who plays Rose. She had a little bit of an injury, and so we were unable to do the A track for a while. And I remember my friends who had come to those early previews, and I mean, what an awesome job that the team did to make a really incredible B track. Because when I say no one from those first audiences who missed the A track felt like they were shorted any excitement or magic or intensity in the fights or in the performance. They were all just as wowed from those B track performances as some of the folks later who've gotten to see Jin and everybody in their 100% tip top health as well.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for explaining some of this behind the scenes stuff, because a lot of it goes into it, of course. But it sounds like there's like amazing support at Lookingglass, looking at different angles that you may need help with the fights, with the intimacy. I've never even heard of that intimacy coordinator, but I was thinking about the intimacy parts because I was like, hey, it's got to be hard to just like start making out with somebody, and like make it look real, right? So that's amazing that that's part of it, and there's so much that goes, like the production of the play I could get into a bunch too. I mean, just the look on stage, some of those directions, some of the costumes, the colors.
Oh,
Who was the artistic director? Who gave the feel to the production like that?
The would be Devin. You mean the feel of
Devin
the
DeMaio is the
Devin
director.
DeMaio is the
director?
director.
The
Yes.
director, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So like was it like kind of skyscraper-esques on the side it could be,
And that
or
would be Alyssa, who's the
Yeah. The the scene designer.
scene designer. Got it. There's so
The,
many people that goes into this, and I want
oh
people
oh
to
my
yeah.
understand
gosh,
like
yeah.
this isn't just the
Sound,
actors and the director and
props.
So
the writer.
for
Yeah.
sure, Looking
I,
Glass, in the last few years, we have been operating with, at the most, 15 full-time staff members. Right now, we're at reduced capacity. Um, but when we're in production, our payroll with contract workers, artists throughout the community swells to about 100 folks. So it really is a lot of, apart from designers, crew, stage management, actors, there are also folks who come in to stitch, to work on the set at the scene shop. There's so many people that go into making each production with care. Yes,
yeah.
that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
And Devin really, Kareem and I were both in the whole process of choosing and interviews, and Devin just really put a fantastic team together.
It's true.
And her room, by that I mean the rehearsal room, is one of the how do I put it? You just feel good in there. Like
Mm.
everyone feels everyone's warm, respectful. It's this. She starts with this room agreement where, hey, listen, we want to come in here, we want to create this thing together. Where it's not kumbaya, but you know what I mean. It's just love in
It's a
the
little
room.
kumbaya. It's a
A
little
little
A
bit.
little,
kumbaya.
it's a little kumbaya. But in the best way
Yes.
kumbaya could be, like
Yeah.
best kumbaya that you right. And yeah, she just establishes that from the beginning, and it carried throughout the process. I think it
Yeah.
just it felt once you establish that at the beginning, it's like, okay, this is how we're gonna run it. This is how the show's gonna go, and we're gonna create this brand new thing together.
I really do love that about theater. I mean, like you said, we keep saying this. I mean, all theater is collaborative. Ideally, all art forms are collaborative to a degree. A band comes together, and I mean, you gotta play, you gotta listen to each other. The best jazz is going to riff off of one another, but there's something really particularly special. About I think spaces where we're not just collaboratively creating to make a great piece of art, but where we're really creating to make sort of like better human experience, and I do think that was something really different about Devin, and her energy. I personally also really believe that women directors make really beautiful leaders. But that's
Agreed.
just me and my bias. But yes, I do. I think there's strength and also care that I really enjoy from women directors. I really loved working with her. And also, she had such a clear vision from the start, and yet left so much space for everyone to participate in the build, which was wonderful. But yeah, man, all of these folks, all of these incredible pieces and parts coming together. I remember when we were rehearsing upstairs, but we had to like walk through the theater in order to get there, and just seeing, this stage come together and Alyssa's vision come together. It was such a cool process to watch like just a bunch of iron and wood pieces turn into something magnificent. Really, just such a magical process. I really hope that anyone who does not regularly go to the theater, I'm just excited that if the Looking Glass, if this was their first experience, if Untitled Vampire is their first experience, that they continue to keep exploring what theater has to offer. It's something so visceral, so tangible, and so unique. and that and Chicago has so much of it to offer. I really hope that we don't lose sight of this very rare gift that theater has to offer people, and that they understand exactly that it's really such a testament to what happens when individuals come together and bring their best selves, and what an incredible, beautiful thing we can create. I really think it's the best of humanity. I really think that theater has an opportunity to remind us of that. Um, so yeah, thank you so much for coming and for being a part of the audience and for telling folks about this incredible show.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You guys, seriously, you're listening to WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM, and we're talking with cast members and playwrights from Untitled Vampire Play. If anybody just kind of tuned in and are like, what is this amazing performance they're talking about? It's happening until the 12th, right? We got 10 days of performances left. And as you said, what Chicago brings, there was a lot of Chicago in the play. I love that I could relate to that you're talking about
Yeah.
Museum of Science and Industry, and just feeling like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm in the right place. Like it's very relatable. So when people hear Untitled Vampire Play, that's exactly what you're supposed to think is, what does this mean? What is it about? Well, come out and see it, you know? So fun. It's such a good play. What do you guys tell others? How do you explain to others to come out and see it, or what do you say about the play? Yeah, everybody's silent.
I'll say no, no. I'll say it's for folks who really groove on Lookingglass's commitment to stagecraft, like it's an achievement that way. In addition to that, like it's hilarious. That is to be expected. It's Kevin Douglas, and Kevin is hilarious. Um, but also the deep undercurrent of it, and maybe this is for another interview where you ask Kevin what the origins are. They have to do with relationships and real, actual situations that we all face. Issues of codependency, issues of like, you know, the way that we can emotionally manipulate one another, our ideas on love and what that means and how to love. Um, I, it's all there. So come see it for those reasons.
I would add it's also a true experience that takes you out of the world that you were in just right before the show started. Like there's
Mhm.
nothing about the world and the political landscape or any of that in the show. It's and by design, like I want people to come in and just be taken into a world. I
True
was
escapism. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not thinking about
Mhm.
anything that's going on. Any, yeah, won't even go there. But you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah,
truly you're going on a ride, and I think everyone wants to come and have a fun time, laugh. You're gonna laugh. Like it's weird because I wrote it. You're gonna laugh at my show. It's so great. No, but I'm sitting in the audience. And just experiencing people laughing around
Mhm.
things that 2 months ago I was like, ah, this will never work, you know. No, and but when you put all the chemicals together, the actors, the director, and the words, it's magic. And
The
come.
other night we were literally giggling backstage because Tuesday's performance. I don't know what it was, man, but it felt like and I have done I've done a number of live studio audience shows. I swear to you, it felt like we were in front of a live studio audience and there was like applause signs or something, because I was like, what is happening? The audiences just they giggle. They're so tickled by this. And I love the way that, yes, like they laugh at these jokes, like, I mean, as though they're being cued. It's insane. I love listening to how cute, like locked in the audiences are to the dialogue. It's so clear. The beats are so like, there. I love it. But the audiences, they eat it up. They are giggling and enjoying, and there's such joy in the room. So yeah, I think it's so much fun. People really do enjoy laughing and being taken away in this play. I would say when to tell people or anyone asking about it, that it is very much a vampire play, but it is a vampire play about the most human things among us.
Well said. Thank you guys so much for being here. It has been an honor and a pleasure to see you and then be able to talk to you. So thank you for making the time. If I could see it again, I would. Everyone go out and see this play. It is absolutely amazing. It makes you feel invigorated when you leave the room, and it reminds you how human we are through a different lens. So, and it takes you out of it, like you said, Kevin. So thank you, Cynthia, Kevin, Kareem. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Have a great show today. I think it's soon.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, get it.
In a
You
few
guys have
hours.
a wonderful. Yeah, we don't want to keep you any longer. Get yourself ready. You guys have a wonderful day. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. WZRD Chicago, 88.3 FM, The Wizard, Chicago's home for freeform since 1974. I am your